Everyone at the high school reunion turned to stare, not out of admiration, but with whispers and sneers, as Ava stepped into the grand ballroom. Dressed elegantly but humbly, she wasn't draped in designer labels or clinging to old popularity. Her success was quiet. But the laughter, the smirks, and the cruel memories were loud. What they didn't know was that her husband, the man entering the room moments behind her, was the billionaire who could change all their lives. And he had. Come to make a point, Ava Jordan had been the quiet girl in high school, intelligent, kind, and often invisible. Back then, she was mocked for her second-hand clothes, her skin color, and her dreams of achieving success. Her classmates, primarily white, wealthy, and cruel, had called her names she still remembered. They voted her most likely to marry, a janitor, never once seeing her worth. Wait a second. Tell us where you're watching from in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more powerful stories like this. But Ava had gone on to defy every expectation. She built a career in tech, earned 2 degrees, and later co-founded a company with visionary businessman Daniel King. Over the years, friendship blossomed into love, and Daniel, one of the country's youngest billionaires, proposed with the simplest of words: "Let's build a life that silences the world." When Ava got the invitation to her 15-year high school reunion, she hesitated. But Daniel insisted, "Sometimes you don't go back to prove a point, you go back to show them who you've become." As Ava walked through the ornate venue, she was met with cold stares, fake smiles, and patronizing greetings. "Oh, wow! You came alone?" A former classmate, Lauren, smirked, eyeing Ava's lack of designer accessories. "Didn't expect to see you here, still living in the same neighborhood?" Another chimed in. "We all thought you might have ended up teaching or something." Their voices were drenched in mockery, not curiosity. Ava smiled politely, refusing to let their cruelty get to her. She didn't feel the need to prove anything until they crossed a line. When Daniel walked in minutes later, tall, poised, and commanding in presence, the crowd froze. He was well-dressed but not flashy, confident but understated. No one knew who he was. One of the men near the bar nudged another and whispered, "That guy lost or something?" Lauren, noticing him approach Ava, laughed loudly. "Ava, are you lost? That's the date you brought?" A few chuckled, until Daniel leaned down and kissed Ava gently on the cheek and said, "Sorry I'm late, my queen." The silence that followed could have cracked glass. Daniel turned to the room with a smile. "It's good to see so many of Ava's former classmates. She's told me stories, some warm, some painful." He walked toward the stage and casually pulled out his phone. "I wasn't planning on speaking, but since some of you seem surprised by Ava's presence, let me introduce myself. I'm Daniel King, CEO of InnovateX Global. Forbes says I'm worth around $9.4 billion, but I usually don't keep track." Gasps echoed through the ballroom. Drinks were set down. Mouths hung open. "I'm not here to impress you," he said. "I'm here because Ava is the strongest woman I know. While many of you were laughing at her back then, she was studying. While you were mocking her clothes, she was mastering code. And when you all forgot her name, I was building an empire, one I invited her to lead with me." Daniel looked directly at Lauren. "And to answer your question, no, she didn't come alone. She came with every ounce of dignity you tried to steal, and now she's the woman behind one of the most successful tech companies in the world." The room shifted. No longer sneering, people stumbled over themselves to offer compliments and apologies. But Ava nodded and walked past them with Daniel at her side. She didn't need their approval. Her life spoke for itself. Outside, under the soft glow of the parking lot lights, Daniel held her hand. "You okay?" he asked gently. Ava nodded, eyes glassy. "I didn't come back for them. I came back for her, the girl I used to be." Daniel kissed her forehead. "She'd be proud." The reunion became legendary, not because of the venue, but because of the moment a black woman once overlooked returned. With quiet grace and unwavering strength, backed by love, power, and purpose. Ava didn't come to seek validation. She came to remind every underestimated soul that their story is still being written. And sometimes, the best revenge isn't revenge at all. It's rising in full glory, holding your head high, and walking away, without looking back. If you enjoyed this story and thought it provoking, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more powerful narratives. Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Take care.